CES 2026, and take a look at the Gigabyte booth. We've got behind me a bunch of different servers. These are the liquid-cooled versions that they'll be offering. These have 64 video cards each. You can see that these are separated into two different banks. At the top one, we've got our liquid cooling. On the bottom one, we have our processing. But because this is liquid-cooled, you can take a lot of what you would get out of an air-cooled system. You could pack it into a much tighter density. So if space is at a premium, and it always is, this is going to be what you want. We got a G4L3 ZX1 LAT4. This is the AMD model. And then on the left side, we got the G4L4 SD3 LAX7. That is the Intel version. Same thing, but if you prefer AMD over Intel, you go with this. If you want Intel, you go over there. Here we got the air cooling racks. These are going to be 32 GPUs each. They're going to take up a lot more space, but if you don't have the room for all the liquid cooling, you just want to deal with it, or if you're like me and you prefer air cooling, this is still going to be the way to go. It is also going to be a little louder because it's air cooled. If you want to have an environment where you can actually work in, where you're not going to be drowning your ears out, then you're going to still want to go with the liquid cooling. But if you're old school like me, then you're probably going to still want to go with this. This is the G894 SD3 AAX7. This is an Intel Xeon if you prefer that. Over here, we got a couple different models here. We've got our air cool and we got our liquid cool. We got an XL44 SX2 AAS1, and for our liquid cooling, we've got an XLS4 SX2 LAS1. On the left side, you can see that these are both dual slot GPUs. For our power supply, which is actually pretty interesting, this is a 3+1 3200 watts. So that is just this little power supply here in the back. If we take a look in the back over here, we'd actually see that we have got just two ports coming out of the back. All of our liquid cooling is going to be going in right through here, which means that you got everything basically internal. If you want to take this entire rack out, you can. This has, of course, the memory. We got the processor and all the storage. Everything is going to be right here in the back. And then you got your main graphics ports right here in the front. This is the PCIe dual slot. You probably throw pretty much any video card in here, but this is, of course, designed for the Blackwell. This guy is probably going to be one of the more interesting things for me, somebody in my budget. This is going to be more of a small business model. We can see we've got on the back here, this copper plate right here is actually just a video card. So you have PCIe slots right here if you want to do this for gaming, but that would make no sense at all. What you really want to be focusing on is that video card that we got right here, all on one loop. So we got the processor, we got the video card, everything going into a 360 here on the top and a 120 there in the back, and that is all one loop. So if you need to do AI workloads, you want to do it at your small business, this is going to be the guy that you want. They don't currently have a retail price for it, but I'm actually looking forward to that one. And here we got pretty much what I would call the flagship. I think they all got their own use, but this is definitely going to be the biggest one that you got. This is called the NVIDIA GB300 NVL72. 72 means you can fit 72 processors in this guy. So we've got the air-cooled, you can fit 32 processors in a tower. For the liquid-cooled, you got 64 processors in a tower. This guy can actually fit 72. There's a couple of things that you want to look at with this guy. First is going to be all of the processors are going to be soldered into the motherboard on that one. With those ones, they actually have sockets. You can pull the socket out, you can put a new one in. With this one, it is all built in. But again, you get that 72 processors in the same tower. If you have a limited space, this is definitely going to be the one that you want. This also has liquid cooling, of course, where all the other ones have their own independent power, so you got to use up space for that. This actually has the bus bar on the back supplying power for the entire rack. Let's take a look at that. This is the same rack. This is still the 72. We have got our bus bar on the back that is supplying power to the entire rack, so you've got power going from the top to the bottom. We can also see we got a liquid cooling on here. Something that I saw that was pretty interesting. We have ports on the bottom for connecting our liquid cooling. We can actually cycle everything internally through here, or we can send that out to a cooling unit, and then we also have ports on the top. So if we have our hoses coming in from the bottom, we can plug it in the bottom. If we have our hoses coming in from the top, we can plug that in at the top. Overall, that is a very interesting looking tower.